Ancient Ireland was once a land of dense forests, rolling hills, and secrets known only to a select few. Among the Celtic people, no group stands out as more mysterious, wise, or influential than the Druids. These mystics served as leaders, spiritual guides, healers, and interpreters of the divine. Keep watching to dive into Ireland's past and discover more about the Druids. Who were the Druids? The Druids were the pillars of Celtic society, fulfilling roles far beyond religious duties. They served as judges, healers, educators, political advisors, and so much more. The rigorous training to become a Druid could take up to 20 years. Those years spent in training were filled with intensive study of various subjects, from art to law to divination. Unlike other cultures that documented their knowledge, the Druids relied on memory, passing down information through oral tradition. Their knowledge included poetry, philosophy, natural medicine, and legal principles, which was all passed down from Druid to Druid and never shared with outsiders. This secrecy reinforced their authority and made their role even more enigmatic. Although Druids heavily influenced Irish history, their influence was not limited to Ireland. They influenced much of Celtic society across Europe, including Britain and Gaul, modern-day France. Each Druid was trained in various disciplines, from understanding plants and animals to studying the stars. Their connection to the natural world made them indispensable to their communities. Roman accounts paint Druids as influential figures wielding supernatural powers. Figures like Julius Caesar portrayed them as dangerous, performing what he called barbaric rituals. These descriptions might have been exaggerated to justify Roman invasions, but they also provide insights into Druids' impact on Celtic life. In truth, the Druids' influence was immense, but we can't know all the details of their roles in society because they left no written records. Instead, we rely on a blend of historical accounts, folklore, and archaeological evidence to piece together their story. Druidic myths and legends. Legends depict Druids as wise sages and mystics who possess powers that seemed otherworldly. The Druids were believed to have access to the otherworld, a mystical realm existing alongside our own. In Irish mythology, the otherworld was a paradise of eternal youth and happiness. It was also seen as the home of great wisdom, where Druids communed with ancestral spirits. According to folklore, this dimension was accessible only to those with spiritual insight. In battle, Druids were said to be able to summon storms or lull enemies to sleep with incantations. Thus, they were seen as protectors of their people and mediators of cosmic forces. These powers added an air of awe and respect, setting Druids apart as figures closer to the divine than human. Ancient rituals lost to time. The Druids' most mysterious practice is their ancient rituals, many of which have been completely lost to time. However, some accounts, mainly from Greek and Roman sources, offer glimpses into the practices that may have defined Celtic spirituality. Druids practiced specific rites that connected them to nature and their deities, like tree worship, sacrifice, divination, and prophecy. Druids revered trees, particularly oaks, which they saw as the link between heaven and earth. To the Druids, the oak's longevity symbolized wisdom and strength. Meanwhile, mistletoe, frequently found growing on oaks, was considered sacred. Mistletoe was used in healing rituals and believed to protect against evil forces. Roman sources claim that the Druids conducted human sacrifices, although this may have been exaggerated to make them seem more dangerous and brutal than they were. Animal sacrifices were common, especially during important ceremonies, as offerings to please the gods. These sacrifices reflected the Druids' belief in life's cyclical nature, where death fed into life and maintained the cosmic balance. Healing rituals and herbal medicine. The Druids were also renowned for their healing abilities, which combined herbal knowledge with spiritual practice. Unlike modern medicine, which tends to view healing as a purely biological process, Druids saw healing as restoring harmony between the spirit, body, and the environment. Druidic healing ceremonies can involve prayer, chanting, and using herbs believed to have magical properties. For example, they could have used yarrow for wound treatment, and mugwort might have been burned to cleanse spaces of negativity. Healing rituals likely took place in sacred groves, where Druids would invoke the spirit of the land to aid in their work. Water was also essential for their rituals, as the Druids believed it had curative powers. Ceremonial bathing or drinking of water from wells or springs were both said to rid the body of illness while offering spiritual fortification. Such practices linked the Druids to the ancient belief in holistic medicine, where both spirit and body were seen as vital to health. Specific chants and prayers, now lost but mentioned in ancient texts, might have been said to enhance the potency of natural remedies. Through these methods, Druids offered a comprehensive healing system that combined medicinal expertise with spiritual insight. They treated physical ailments alongside emotional and spiritual imbalances. The decline of the Druids. With the spread of the Roman Empire and the later expansion of Christianity, the Druids' influence began to decline. The Romans saw Druids as a political threat and religious rivals, so they actively suppressed them. By the time Christianity took hold in Ireland and Britain, many Druidic practices were either driven underground or absorbed into Christian traditions. Although the Druids eventually disappeared, their legacy persists in Irish folklore and modern neo-pagan practices. In contemporary Druidry, people continue to seek spiritual wisdom from nature, blending ancient practices with modern beliefs. Pop culture often romanticizes Druids as wise, nature-loving magicians, reinforcing their image as timeless figures. Today, they are celebrated as part of Celtic identity and as a link to a way of life that revered both the seen and unseen forces in nature. How would you like to get a deeper understanding of history, impress your friends, and predict the future more accurately based on past events? If this sounds like something you might be into, then check out the brand new Captivating History Book Club by clicking the first link in the description. To learn more about Ireland and the Druids, check out our book, Irish History, a captivating guide to the history of Ireland. It's available as an ebook, paperback, and audiobook. If you found the video captivating, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.